Hi, fellow traders. I hope everybody had a great weekend. I am doing this video a little bit late tonight because I decided I was going to take the weekend off. I really should have done it last weekend after the kind of sketchy week I had. I knew I needed to reset and just get my mind clear so we could start fresh this month. And I had the perfect opportunity to do it. We were out of town visiting our in-laws, and the hills in North Carolina is beautiful out there, and had every opportunity to just refresh. But I didn't take it. Last week just wasn't a good week again. I guess the good thing is they're not red weeks, but I'm not taking advantage of the market. The market is there for me. I'm not taking advantage of it. And that's the tragedy in this, because the market is not there for you all the time. And when it's there, especially during earnings season, this is when I need to be rolling in it. This is when I need to be building my nest egg so that when it slows, I don't have to worry about it. There's no undue stress on me. But going through every day, we building a watch list, and the stocks that we come up with are doing what it's supposed to do. I could have three, two will do good, one won't. Unfortunately, I'd be in the one stock that's not working. And instead of me accepting the fact that I picked the wrong one, this one did not follow through the way I expected it to, I stay in it trying to make it do something that it's just not going to do. And that's one of the first things that I had to learn when I started trading, was how to be wrong. That it's okay to be wrong. That you're going to be wrong. And your success is going to depend on how well you handle that. And I didn't do a very good job handling it. And when we look at my stats here in a minute, you will see where that where that comes in and how that hurts me. So I decided to take this weekend off this was another decent weekend where I was away from home, and I had time to just reflect. And it doesn't take a lot of money. You don't have to spend all this money and go fly to an exotic place to wind down. I started discovering a lot of nature. Beautiful nature. We've got 10 waterfalls here in South Carolina in the upstate at state parks that it's just a beautiful outing for you and your family, or just for you, whatever you want to do. And there's so many things around where we live that it doesn't cost a thing to do it. And I highly suggest, if you're in a slump, or if you're not trading the way you want to trade, take some time off. Take a weekend off. Go do something. Relax. And it's another reason why I like the fact that you guys see this live. It'd be so easy for me to just call out trades and you not see them. I just call them and post them. You don't see what I'm doing. You don't see the mistakes I make. You don't see. This is real live trading. This is not a show. I'm not putting on an act. You're getting to see what it's really about. So you can determine for yourself, is this something that I want to do? Because you have to make the decision as to whether you really, honestly and truly want to do this. And watching what I go through, this is exactly what a trader goes through. Now, as you get further along, you're going to continue to find ways in order to help you not make the same mistakes, over and over again. One of the issues I'm dealing with is it's not just me and my trading anymore. It's me, my average Joe trading family. It's all of us. We're all a part of this. And it's taken some time for me to get acclimated to this. But it's no excuse, because everything that happens is me. I'm responsible for everything that I do, every move that I make. So I really like the fact that you guys are there with me, who are in chat, who get to see me deal with things, because you are going to deal with the same things I'm dealing with. There's no way around it. You're going to deal with the fact that you're going to, succumb to the fear of missing out, like I do sometimes. You're going to succumb to the fact that you don't want to be wrong, and you don't want to admit that you're wrong. So you're going to hold the stock a little bit longer, and you're going to find another area that you can base the trade off of, just because you don't want to take it off. All of these things are going to happen, and they're going to continue to happen. It's how you react to them is what determines your skill level as a trader, and whether you're going to make it. And these are the things that I want to teach, and that I want to share with you, and that I want you to experience, as we go through this journey. Just a reminder, we had an AJT morning show every day, 8:30 to 9. Building my watch list. And, just because I haven't traded my watch list very well, my watch list has really been producing. You look at AAOI on Friday, just that. I didn't trade it because I just never got hooked up on it. And I missed it. It didn't trade well at the open, but the secondary setup off the VWAP, the 20 and the 9, off of all of that support, from there, you had several points. 3 or 4 points? I can't remember. But they set up. They give moves. And sometimes we're not going to pick the right ones. But you get to see me go through. You hear my thoughts, my trade plans for the day. And, it can give you a good start, a kick start to your day. And also I try to give you a little bit of motivation, to let you know you're not out there by yourself, and share some of the experience I had, as I was going through. Now on Wednesday, we've got something special for you guys that are joining me for Sneak Peek Wednesday. Do you want to get a good look into what we do in Average Joe Trading? After the morning session, I'm going to do a free webinar to let you know how I use trade ideas and how I use it to find my stocks, as well as how I use it to study and practice at night and on the weekends. And I can't explain how powerful this tool is. I tried so hard early on to not invest in a scanner. I tried it. But once I realized that there was no substitute for that, I invested in trade ideas. And it's one of the best investments I ever made. And I've only learned how to use 10% of what this tool can do. Only 10%. And I make money every day. Just about. I'm red. But overall, I make money every day. Some days I do lose, but, it's all because of me. But it's what's helped me since I started day trading in January of 2014, I think it was. I don't even think back that long. But January of 2014, I struggle. And once I started using the right tools, my trading took off. And trade ideas helped me find these stocks and helped me to be able to practice at night and practice on the weekends, to help me build more screen time, to gain more screen time during the downtime. And it's really the tool that's helped me, trade my way out of my 9-to-5 job. And so I want to share with you just how simple it was to use this tool, and how simple it is to use just the basics in order to find stocks to trade every day and to practice at night. And like I said, as the year progresses, I'll probably start looking into more of what it can do. Because a lot of the stuff I do manually, it can do automatically. So, but I'm just going to share with you how I use it and how it's helped me, make over $250,000 since I started day trading. And that's going to be on Wednesday. After we do Sneak Peek Wednesday, after the morning session, then I'll just go into the webinar. It should be around 12 o'clock when I do it. So I will announce that. But all you need to do is come in from Average Joe Trader like you always do. Click on the morning show icon. It brings you right to the chat. And just hang out there. And you'll get a good idea of what we do in chat every day. And, then you'll get the free webinar that I do. All right. I've avoided this long enough. So let's take a look at it. Last week, only net profit, $584.54. $41 in long trades, and $543 in short. Well, you can see I made $1,636.63, but I lost $1,093 in shorts. I mean, I was 100% in long trades, and really there was more long opportunities than short. I've been just stuck in this short rut. I've just been wanting to short, even though the market is telling me long. But I think I've gotten myself out of that. And I'm willing to look at things a little bit more objectively now. But you can see my win rate was good. 68.75% is very good. I mean, that's close to 70. Which is what my goal is. But this is the problem. My average losing trade, 218.70. Average winning trade, 152.55. This is why a 68% win rate on 16 trades only nets me $584.54. Now, this is the exact reason. My biggest losing trade, 470.22. I eclipsed last week. Last week was 442. So I just had to beat that this week. 470. Did not want to admit I was wrong on this trade. That I read it wrong. Didn't want to admit that. I held it thinking that it's got to come back. And I know I was sick. I wasn't feeling good. I shouldn't have been trading at all that day. But if I make the decision to trade, I'm responsible for making the right decisions. And in this case, I did not make the right decision. In Tesla here, I got another pretty decent loss on it. And this is a stock that I had the right idea. It just shook me out before I could make the right move. But that's okay. I mean, I could live with that. But, I did shut it down Friday. I didn't see any good moves. There was one good trade I was looking for on WINN, W-I-N-N. But I tried to get in, and I had an issue with my Suretrader platform. It had me in a trade from aftermarket the day before that I never took. And when they, took me out of it, they kind of messed up my buying power, so I couldn't get in the trade. They had to reset it so that I could trade, but by then the trade was gone. So the one trade, A plus perfect setup, I did run into Friday. Would have been a decent winner, but I couldn't get in it. If you were in chat, you saw me try to take that trade and it kept rejecting my order. But that was good. I just kind of sat back and sat on my hands Friday. It kind of felt good to, show that I still had that discipline, and just took the rest of the week off. The rest of the weekend off. And I feel pretty good. I'm refreshed. I'm, ready to get back on the saddle and start riding again. But you can see these are my trades from last week. Not a bad losing percentage, but too many big losses. 190 here, 160 here. Pretty bad losses. 129. And not having any decent wins. That's what's really hurting me. So, gonna just wait and try to catch the A plus setups, not trying to catch these ones that may or may not move and I get one little cover and then that's it. I'm looking for A plus setups and trying to just get refocused. You can see starting this week here, we did have a hiccup here, and then the last 3 days I kind of righted the ship, but not really making a whole lot of money. $584 a week is fine, but if you're making a living off of trading, you're gonna need more than that in a market like this. This is okay for a real slow market where there's no opportunities, but for a market the way this is, there's no way I shouldn't have made $1,500. No way. I shouldn't have made that this week, but I didn't. So we're gonna come back lock and loaded for next week. See if we can get this thing going on in the right direction. I will be announcing some other things that are going to be coming up here this summer in June. That's usually after this earnings season. And that's why I'm so adamant and I'm so upset that I'm not taking advantage of these last couple of weeks. Because once this earnings season is over and we go into the summer, usually when you hit June 1st, it's like somebody turned the water faucet off. And all it's doing is dripping. And that's the way it's been for me the last couple of years. This earnings season has been when I really took advantage of the market, locked in some money, and the summer hit, drip, drip, drip. And that's all that I was getting. So that's what has me a little more concerned, more than anything else, is that I'm not taking advantage of this, which is going to put me behind in the summer. But there's some things that I'm looking forward to bringing in and incorporating in June. One being the swing trading. I'm definitely looking at bringing that into play. Looking at adding some small cap stuff, not 100%. Just the ones that I'm looking at, as I'm working with my daughter. That's all. I'll just bring those in and what we're looking at. But, looking at adding that to it. AZ does an awesome job with the small caps in the chat room. And, that's her focus. And so, that's not my focus. But there are going to be certain ones that we look at that she's going to trade. And I'll probably adding that into, what I do. And kind of telling you what specifics they are. Because it's not going to be just a normal, everyday, average small cap. There's going to be certain specific ones that we're looking at that's going to meet our criteria. And if you were in chat this week, when we first started, and even this week is when I started sharing this stuff. These made some pretty decent moves. And, honestly, her P&L looks better than mine this week. So I know I wasn't doing the right thing. All right, guys. So that's going to do it for me this week. Just wanted to kind of share those things with you. If you're not already hooked up with me on social media, this is how you can find me. All of my info right here. But any day, every morning, you can jump in the morning show if you're not a member of chat yet. Catch me in there. But I really, really, really want you guys to think about coming in. We eclipsed our 250 member goal. I'm at a little over 260 active members. Actually, I've had 300 come through. around 40, I think, decided, that we weren't giving them what they wanted. So they didn't, sign back up or whatnot. And that's fine, because you want to be in a place that's going to give you what you need. And I'm not an alert service, and I'm not here giving you trades. I'm here teaching you how to trade. And, a lot of guys who come in, they just want an alert service. They just want somebody to tell them what to trade, when to get in, when to get out. That's not the goal here. The goal here is to teach you how to trade, to be independent traders to where you don't need a chat room. The only reason you're there is for social and sharing your trades and trying to help others get to the level that you're at. You don't want to depend on a chat room for your whole trading career. That's not what I'm trying to create here. But we do have, even though we've gone over our target, people aren't able to come in chat rooms at the same time. So I think the most that we have in here is like 170 to 180 at one time. And we can have 250 in here at one time. So, you guys, there's plenty of room for you to come in. If you want to join us, we're here. And it's all about teaching you guys how to trade. Letting you experience the real life and times of a day trader. Unscripted, unedited. What you see is what you get. And so we're inviting you in. Just come and check us out. And we'll be even more glad if you decide to stay. So you guys, enjoy the rest of your evening or night. If you still have some, I guess if you're on the West Coast, you still have some left. But here on the East Coast, we're pretty much done. But I hope to see you guys in chat or in the morning show, first thing in the morning. So take care, and I will see you then.